My wife called in sick. I'm staying in bed tonight. Then my mom sent me a photo of her dancing at a club. I replied with a photo of her suitcases on the curb. Sleep anywhere but here, I texted. I, 35 male, have been married for 6 years. We've had our ups and downs like any couple, but I genuinely thought we were solid. My wife, 32, works in event planning. I'm in software development. We bought a house 3 years ago, split the mortgage, the usual setup. No kids yet, which honestly I'm grateful for now. Last Thursday evening, around 6 p.m., I texted her asking if she wanted to grab dinner at this new Italian place downtown. She replied, "Actually feeling super rough. Think I'm coming down with something. Gonna skip dinner and just stay in bed tonight. Order whatever you want, babe." I felt bad for her. Grabbed some soup from the grocery store on my way home. Got home around 7:30 p.m. House was empty. Figured she was working late and would be home soon. 8 p.m. rolled around, still nothing. I texted, "Hey, you home soon? Got you soup?" No response for 20 minutes. Then, still at office wrapping up, heading home now. Feeling worse, might go straight to bed. Okay, whatever. I ate dinner alone, watched some TV. She came home around 9:15 p.m. Went straight upstairs, said she felt terrible and was going to sleep. Didn't even look at the soup. I heard the bedroom door close. I stayed downstairs, figured I'd give her space. Around 10:30 p.m., my phone buzzed. Text from my mom. "Is this your wife at the club near the plaza?" Attached was a photo, crystal clear. My wife, not in bed, not sick, wearing a tight red dress I'd never seen before. Dancing, drink in hand, some guy's hands on her waist, big smile on her face. Background showed the VIP section of this club downtown that's notoriously expensive. My brain just stopped. I stared at that photo for probably 5 solid minutes. Then I went upstairs. Bedroom door locked. I knocked. "Babe, you awake?" No answer. Knocked her. "Hey, you okay?" Still nothing. I used my key to unlock it from outside. Room was empty, window open. She'd climbed out onto the roof of the garage and left that way. The disrespect, the calculated lying, the sneaking out like a teenager. Something in me just snapped. Not anger, exactly, more like clarity. Cold, hard clarity. I went to the garage, grabbed every suitcase we owned. Started packing her stuff, clothes, shoes, toiletries, everything. Took me about 90 minutes. Dragged all 4 suitcases to the curb. Took a photo of them sitting there under the streetlight. Texted her, "Sleep anywhere but here." Attached the photo. Then I sent the club photo my mom took. Mom says, "Hi, Bitabu." Changed the locks right then. Called a 24-hour locksmith service, cost me $320, but whatever. Guy showed up at 1 a.m., had new locks installed by 2 a.m. I also changed the garage code, disabled her fingerprint from the smart lock app. Then I sat on the couch and waited. She showed up at 2:45 a.m. I watched through the window camera as she tried her key. Confusion, more attempts, then pounding on the door. "What the hell? Open up, this isn't funny." I didn't respond, just watched. She tried the garage, code didn't work, more pounding. Then her phone came out. My phone started ringing. Declined. Text after text started coming in. "Are you serious right now? Open the door. Where is my stuff? You're acting insane." I replied once, "Your stuff is where you left it, on the curb, figure it out." Then I blocked her number. Went upstairs, locked the bedroom door, and actually slept pretty well for the first time in months. Funny how that works. Update 1, 3 days later. The aftermath has been something else. Let me break down what happened since that night. Friday morning, I woke up around 8 a.m., checked the cameras, her suitcases were gone from the curb. She'd apparently come back with her sister around 4 a.m. and loaded everything into her car. Good. I got ready for work like normal, grabbed coffee, headed to the office. Around 10 a.m., my phone started blowing up with calls from unknown numbers. Ignored them all. Then my work phone rang. Receptionist said my wife was in the lobby demanding to see me. I told security she wasn't authorized to be there and to escort her out. Watched on the security feed as she argued with them for 10 minutes before finally leaving. She actually tried to get past them, started yelling about how I'm her husband and she has a right to see me. Security wasn't having it. They threatened to call the cops if she didn't leave. She left. Lunchtime, I'm grabbing food from the cafeteria when my phone rings. My mom. I answer. "Hey, Mom?" She immediately goes, "Your wife's mother just called me. screaming about how I ruined her daughter's marriage by sending you that photo. I told her maybe her daughter shouldn't have been at a club while pretending to be sick at home. I actually laughed. My mom's savage when she needs to be. Thanks for the heads up, Mom. And thanks for sending that photo. I needed to know. Anytime, honey, you deserve better than a liar. That afternoon, her best friend messaged me on Instagram. Long message about how I overreacted and humiliated my wife by putting her stuff on the curb. How she just needed a girls' night and I'm controlling for being upset. I screenshot the message, replied, she lied about being sick, snuck out a window, and was letting some random dude grind on her at a club. But yeah, I'm the problem here. Blocked her too. Saturday morning, 9 a.m. sharp. Pounding on my door. I check the camera. My wife, her sister, and her mom. All three looking ready for war. I opened the door but kept the chain on. What? Her mom immediately started. You need to let her back in. This is her home too. Actually, the house is in my name. She contributes to the mortgage, but legally it's mine, and she's not welcome here anymore. My wife jumped in, tears flowing. Baby, please, we need to talk about this. I made a mistake. I just wanted one night out. You lied to my face, told me you were sick, snuck out a window, let some guy put his hands all over you, then came home and locked yourself in our bedroom to maintain the lie. That's not one night out. That's premeditated deception. Her sister chimed in. You're being dramatic. She went dancing. So what? She lied about being sick and snuck out. The dancing is just the cherry on top. If she wanted a night out, she could have said so. Instead, she played games. Her mom got nasty. You can't just kick her out. We'll call the cops. You can't do this. Call them. Explain how your daughter lied about being sick, snuck out to a club, and is now demanding access to property she doesn't own. I'm sure they'll be very sympathetic. Nobody moved. Then my wife tried a different approach. I'll change. I'll do better. Please, I love you. You love me so much you lied to my face and climbed out a window to avoid me. Sure, we're done here. I closed the door. They stayed outside yelling for another 15 minutes before leaving. Sunday was quieter. Got a few texts from numbers I didn't recognize. All from her friends, all saying basically the same thing. I'm cruel, heartless, overreacting, blah blah. Blocked them all. Then around 3 p.m., I got an email from a lawyer, her lawyer, demanding I allow her back into the marital home and threatening legal action if I don't comply within 48 hours. I forwarded it to a divorce lawyer I'd consulted with on Friday. She called me within an hour. So, the house is solely in your name? Yep. Bought it before we got married. She's been contributing to the mortgage, but her name's not on the deed. Good. Her lawyer's bluffing. She has no legal right to force entry to your property. However, she can file for divorce and request temporary use of the home during proceedings. I'd recommend we file first. Get ahead of this. Do it. I'll have papers ready by tomorrow morning. Best $400 consultation fee I ever spent. Monday morning, my lawyer filed divorce petition citing irreconcilable differences and abandonment of the marital home. By Monday afternoon, my wife had been served at her sister's place. By Monday evening, my phone was getting blown up again. This time, actually threatening messages. You're going to regret this. I'll take you for everything. You just made the biggest mistake of your life. I forwarded them all to my lawyer. She seemed almost pleased. Excellent. These help our case significantly. Please continue documenting everything. The entitlement is unreal. She cheated, lied, humiliated herself and me, and somehow I'm the bad guy for not letting her waltz back in like nothing happened. Wild. Update 2. 2 weeks later. Things escalated in ways I didn't expect. Let me catch you up on the chaos. First, the legal stuff. Her lawyer filed an emergency motion for temporary spousal support and use of the house. Claimed she's been financially dependent on me and suddenly homeless due to my vindictive actions. My lawyer countered hard. Presented evidence that she has a job making decent money, $52 a year in event planning, that she left voluntarily after being caught lying and cheating, and that the house is my separate property purchased before marriage. The hearing was last Thursday. Judge was not sympathetic to her. Asked her lawyer point blank, your client lied about being ill, left the home under false pretenses, was photographed in a compromising position with another man, and is now claiming she's entitled to exclusive use of property she doesn't own? Her lawyer stammered something about marital contributions and good faith residence. Judge wasn't buying it. Denied the emergency motion, ordered her to pay her own legal fees for the frivolous filing, granted temporary spousal support of $800 per month until divorce is final, which my lawyer said is actually pretty low. I'll take it. Outside the courtroom, her mom approached me, started crying about how I'm destroying her daughter, how she's a broken woman because of me. I just stared at her. She destroyed herself when she decided to lie and cheat. I'm just not enabling it anymore. She didn't cheat, she was just dancing, with another man's hands all over her after lying to me about being sick. Call it whatever you want. I call it grounds for divorce. Her mom actually tried to slap me. Tried. I stepped back, she missed. Security saw it, escorted her out. My lawyer made sure to get a witness statement. Apparently assault attempts, even failed ones, reflect poorly on the other party's character in divorce proceedings. Then came the dirty tricks. Oh boy, did they escalate. Last Friday, I got home from work to find my front door wide open. Heart in my throat, I called the cops. They showed up, checked the house. No forced entry, no broken windows, nothing stolen. Locks were fine, but someone had been inside. Bathroom trashed, trash dumped on the kitchen floor, bedroom closet emptied out. Cops asked if anyone else has access. I explained the situation, showed them the texts, the divorce papers, everything. They said without proof of who did it, there's nothing they can do. But they noted it in a report. My lawyer wants that report. Security cameras showed nothing. Whoever did it knew to avoid them, but I'm not stupid. Only one person would know exactly where the cameras don't cover. I called the locksmith, got the locks changed again. This time I added cameras inside the house too. $600 total, but worth it. Saturday, my car got keyed. Deep scratches down both sides, liar carved into the hood. Police report filed. $3,200 in damages. Insurance covers most of it after deductible. Also got a dash cam installed front and back. Not taking chances. Sunday, I got a call from my boss. Someone called the company's HR hotline claiming I've been embezzling and sexually harassing coworkers. Anonymous complaint, no evidence. HR investigated, found nothing, closed it. But the stress of having to explain myself, showing emails and bank statements, proving I haven't done anything wrong, exhausting. My boss believes me, knows the divorce situation, but still, it's on my record now that a complaint was filed, even though it was baseless. Then Monday, the real kicker. I got a call from the police. My wife filed a report claiming I stole her jewelry collection worth $15,000. Said she left it in the house and now it's gone. I had to go to the station, give a statement. Told them the truth. She took all her stuff when I put it on the curb. Showed them the suitcase photos, the timestamps. Explained she had access to everything that night. Cops seemed skeptical of her claim but said they had to investigate. Spent 3 hours there. Got home exhausted. My lawyer called Tuesday morning. They're trying to provoke you into doing something stupid. Harassment charges, property damage claims, anything they can use in court. Don't engage, document everything, let me handle it. She's right, they want me to snap, to retaliate, to give them ammunition. Not happening. Wednesday, I got a letter from her lawyer. Settlement offer. She wants half the house value, $180K based on current market, half my 401K, 3 years of spousal support at $2,000 a month, and her car payment covered for the next 2 years. Total value? Roughly $300 plus ongoing payments. My lawyer literally laughed when she read it. Absolutely not. She's not entitled to half your premarital property. We'll counter with nothing beyond what the judge already ordered. She can pound sand. Thursday was quiet. Too quiet. I was waiting for the next shoe to drop. It dropped Friday morning. Got a call from my mom. Your wife's lawyer sent me a subpoena. They want me to testify. About what? About the photo I sent you. They're claiming I was stalking her and that the photo was taken without her consent in a private setting. I nearly threw my phone. A club isn't a private setting, and you weren't stalking her. You happened to be there with your friends. I know that. My lawyer knows that. But I have to appear. Just giving you a heads up. This is what they're reduced to. Attacking my mother, claiming she's a stalker, making up theft claims, trashing my house, keying my car, filing false HR complaints, all because I wouldn't let her come back after she lied and cheated. The entitlement is staggering. They really thought they could bully and manipulate their way into making this go away, into making me the bad guy. Not happening. I'm seeing this through to the end. Update 3, final. It's been about 2 months since I put those suitcases on the curb. The divorce was finalized last week. Time for the final update because this chapter is officially closed. The settlement didn't go how she wanted. Not even close. After all the dirty tricks, false claims, and harassment attempts, the judge was not sympathetic. My lawyer presented everything. The club photo, the lies, the texts, the home invasion evidence, the keyed car photos, the police reports, the subpoena attempt on my mother, the frivolous HR complaint, the fake jewelry theft claim. All of it. Painted a picture of someone desperately trying to manipulate the system. Her lawyer tried arguing that I'd abandoned my wife emotionally, that she was seeking comfort from friends, that my actions were disproportionate to her mistake. The judge asked if lying about being sick, sneaking out a window, and being physically intimate with another man in public constituted reasonable behavior in a marriage. Her lawyer went quiet. The judge then asked my ex directly, "Ma'am, did you or did you not lie to your husband about being ill, leave the home without his knowledge, and engage in intimate contact with another man at a nightclub?" She tried to dodge, said it was just dancing and she needed space. Judge wasn't having it. That's a yes or no question. Long pause. Yes. Final terms. She got nothing from the house. It's my premarital property. She never contributed to the down payment, only mortgage payments which were considered rent contribution. She got to keep her car, her personal belongings, and half of a small joint savings account we had. $8,000 total, so $4K each. She got to keep her 401k, I kept mine. No division of retirement accounts. Spousal support stayed at $800 a month for exactly 1 year. After that, nothing. Total cost to me, $9,600 plus my legal fees, $8,500. Could have been way worse. My lawyer said I came out ahead considering the circumstances. Her reaction? About what you'd expect. Started crying in the courtroom. Her lawyer tried to argue for reconsideration. Judge denied it. Said the evidence showed a pattern of deception and manipulation that weighed heavily in his decision. Outside the courthouse, her mom started screaming at me again. Called me every name in the book. Her sister joined in. Security had to escort them away from me. I just walked to my car and left. Done engaging with that circus. The aftermath in the weeks since has been quieter. The harassment stopped after the final judgment. Probably because her lawyer told her any more stunts could result in contempt charges. I haven't heard from her directly in 3 weeks. Blocked on everything, restraining order isn't necessary since she's backed off. Heard through mutual friends, the few who stayed neutral, that she's living with her mom now. Struggling to afford her lifestyle on her salary alone. Apparently shocked that actions have consequences. Wild concept. The house feels different now. Lighter. I repainted the bedroom, got new furniture for the living room, made it mine again. Started dating casually, nothing serious yet. Taking time to figure out what I actually want. Trust is harder now. I catch myself being suspicious of small things, wondering if people are lying. Therapist says that's normal after betrayal, that it takes time. Working on it. My mom still feels guilty about sending that photo, keeps apologizing. I keep telling her she did me a favor. Better to know the truth than live in ignorance. She came over last weekend, helped me paint the spare bedroom. We talked about everything. She told me she'd noticed my ex acting weird at family events for months. Too friendly with random guys, always on her phone, making excuses to leave early. Said she didn't want to say anything without proof. The club photo gave her that proof. The guy from the club? Apparently her coworker. Found out through the friend grapevine. They'd been hanging out for about 3 months. Never physical, supposedly, just emotional support. Right? She swears to everyone who listened that she never cheated, that it was just dancing, that I overreacted, that I'm cruel for throwing her out. Zero accountability, zero remorse, just victimhood and excuses. Classic entitled behavior. Lost a few friends in this. People who bought her story, who think I was too harsh. Good riddance. Real friends heard both sides, saw the evidence, and supported me. That's what matters. Quality over quantity. My friend circle is smaller now, but infinitely more solid. Work-wise, the false HR complaint is officially closed and expunged from my record. My boss wrote a letter for my file stating the complaint was malicious and baseless. Helped my peace of mind. The keyed car got fully repaired, insurance covered it minus the $500 deductible. Got full security cameras on the house now, inside and out. Nobody's getting in without me knowing. Financially, I'm stable. The spousal support hurts a bit, but it's manageable. $800 a month for a year is $9,600 total. Already budgeted for it. Legal fees were steep but worth every penny. My lawyer was a beast. Already recommended her to 2 coworkers going through divorces. She's earned every dollar. The satisfaction isn't some grand, triumphant feeling. It's quieter than that. It's waking up and not wondering if I'm being lied to. It's coming home to a space that's actually mine. It's knowing I stood up for myself instead of being a doormat. She thought she could have her cake and eat it too. Thought she could lie, cheat, and manipulate without consequences. Found out the hard way that's not how it works. To everyone who messaged support, thank you, really. Helped more than you know. To the few who said I should have given her another chance, respectfully, no. Trust is the foundation. She demolished it. You don't rebuild a house on a shattered foundation. You tear it down and start fresh. My ex wanted to sneak around, lie to my face, and play games. She got to live with those choices. I wanted honesty and respect. I got neither from her, so I moved forward without her. Fair trade. She's dealing with the reality she created. I'm building the life I actually want. That's the best revenge. Just living well and moving on while they're stuck dealing with their own mess. Final thoughts. If someone lies to you about small things, they'll lie about big things. If they disrespect you when they think you won't find out, that's who they really are. Actions show character. Words are just noise. My ex's actions showed me everything I needed to know. So I acted accordingly. No regrets. Time to close this chapter and keep moving forward.